If you think UV lashing is dangerous, or if you've heard that it doesn't work, or that it's just another overhyped trend, then you've been lied to. I'm not saying that to be dramatic. I'm saying it because I used to believe those things too. I almost missed out on one of the most powerful shifts in my lash career because of other people's fears. So today, we're going to be talking about the 5 biggest myths that I see holding lash artists back from mastering UV lashing. And I'm not just going to bust them. I'm going to show you how each one of them used to hold me back too, until I finally made the decision to lead instead of staying small. So if you're ready to stop second guessing and start seeing what's really possible, then you're in the right place. And real quick, before we dive in, if you want more honest, educational content like this, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like so more artists can find it. This channel is here to elevate the lash industry, and I'd love you to be a part of it. I hear this one all the time. I get it. Lash artists are saying that UV is unsafe, or that it can even cause blindness or long-term damage. I remember feeling nervous too. I saw the comments online, and I almost let that fear stop me. But the deeper I looked into it, the more that I realized most of these opinions weren't coming from facts. They were coming from fear. So let's break it down. Here's the actual science. Traditional adhesives use cyanoacrylate, and they take moisture away from the air to cure, which means that it's a slow reaction. And that slow reaction means hours of fume release. Those fumes, you breathe them in. Your client breathes them in, and they build up in the room over time. UV adhesive is completely different. It's photo-initiated. It cures instantly when it's exposed to UV light. No fumes, no long cure times, no sneaky chemical clouds hanging around during and after your sets. And here's the thing, UV light is directional. You're not blasting the whole room with UV light. You're focusing it precisely where you need it to be for a few seconds per lash. And the client's eyes are closed the entire time. So when people say it's dangerous, what they're really reacting to is the word UV, not the actual method. And what I learned is this: danger doesn't come from the product, it comes from how we use it. When used properly, UV lash systems can actually make lasting safer for both the artist and the client. And for me, that mattered because I already have health issues. I already have a sensitivity to lash adhesive, and I did not want to lose my career because of it. UV gave me an option, and that helped keep me lashing without hurting myself in the process. Let's talk about retention, because I've seen that one float around too. People saying, I didn't notice a difference, or it doesn't last any longer than regular adhesive. And here's what I'll say about that. The first few weeks I used UV, I wasn't sure either. It felt different, but I wasn't sure that it was better until clients started showing up for fills and I barely had to do anything. The difference wasn't just in the bond, it was in the consistency of my work overall. Now with traditional glue, so much can go wrong. Humidity, stickies, movement before we cure it. But with UV, you cure on command. So you set that lash right in place exactly how you want it, and it stays. The bond is strong. It's clean work, and it's instant. My business started shifting the moment clients noticed. They were the proof, and that's what built my confidence. I know this fear too, because I had it for a long time. The story I was telling myself is clients won't understand this and they won't want to pay more. But that story wasn't coming from them, it was coming from me. I hadn't positioned it right. I hadn't taken the time to show them the difference, to walk them through the experience, to own the fact that there was something better. But once I figured that out and I started to do that, everything changed. My clients started saying, this feels faster. Or, they'd be in the middle of their little nap and they'd be like, oh, I just just fell asleep. Wow, that was fast. Or clients would be like, wow, I don't feel anything burning. Or when they would come back, they'd be like, look at these. They last so much longer. And more importantly, they started seeing me as the expert. The truth is, clients don't always know what to look for, but they do know how they want to feel. And if you can make them feel safe, taken care of, and elevated, then they'll pay for that every time. I see this one way too often. Artists think that they can just buy a UV light, swap out their adhesive, and figure it out as they go. And that may be true to an extent, but the problem is that UV lashing isn't just a product switch. It's a completely different system. You have to really learn and fine-tune your light direction, the way that you place the lashes, the safety aspect for the client, whether or not you need to protect your eyes, whether or not you need to protect their eyes, the timing of the curing of the glue. And then you also have to worry about how you're gonna market this and how you're gonna educate your clients. So this isn't really something that you just wanna wing, because what ends up happening is the lash artist tries it once, it doesn't work, clients come back with bad retention, and suddenly it's UV lashes are a scam. No, you just didn't have the training. And that's exactly why I created my course, so that other lash artists don't have to go through the learning curve alone. So you don't waste time, money, and energy trying to figure it all out, when there's already a proven method that works. I've heard it all before. Pre-mades are lazy. Clear adhesive won't last. Lash maps are just too much work. And now, those are industry standards. They teach those in your most basic lash class. But UV lashing is exactly the same. It's not a gimmick. It's a new frontier. And it's here and it's around for years now because it works. When you lead with innovation, you don't just get results. You build respect. You set yourself apart and you future-proof your business. Now, I have to take the time to talk about my UV lash course because it's actually coming out tomorrow. I'm opening the doors to my brand new UV lash course. This is the exact system that I use to shift my technique, that I fixed my retention with, that I raised my prices with, and that I built my business, and not just a business that feels good in my body, feels good in my mind, not just my bank account. You are going to learn everything from how to select the right light, how to select the right adhesive, the proper way to cure the adhesive, the pricing, how to educate your clients, and how to market the service. But more than that, you're gonna learn how to trust yourself again, how to step into that version of you who isn't afraid to lead, who doesn't shrink around judgment, who knows that she's ahead of the curve and proud of it. Because this is what happens when you stop doing what's safe and start doing what's better. Now, if you want to be one of the first artists to get access, join my email list today. I'll be sending out the link to enroll in the course tomorrow morning, and trust me, you'll want to be on it. The future of lashing is here, and I'd love to walk it with you. Link is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you inside.